Hey Inspector, welcome again to short technical notes. This is my second video. I really hope you enjoyed the first one and this even more. And well, today I would like to talk a little bit about this document. This is the SSP SP1. Okay, this is the surface preparation standard number 1. And why is this standard the number 1? Well, perhaps because it is the first thing that almost any professional who wants to make a surface preparation should to do. The main point of this this 1.5 more or less standard, 1.5 pages standard, is the cleaning of material which is in process of surface preparation before coating applications. During a coating project, there's a lot of things that it is possible to observe, such as, for example, rust or corrosion, the surface appearance, for example, or if a part has some damage. But what about deposits of grease or oil and other visible and non-visible contaminants? I mean, there are a few inspection methods described to inspect a surface to check if there is some dust, for example, or maybe oil, or actually another type of contaminants that could interfere with the performance of the primer or even with the coating. It is important to recognize that remove those contaminants is crucial for the quality of our coating project. So this document, despite its short length, has a huge relevance for quality. Among the definitions of this standard, we can find the word solvent, for example, which it is defined as any liquid or vapor permitted by the owner. This is important. Okay, the owner is important of the item being cleaning and used in compliance with all health or safety and environment regulations that will dissolve or emulsify visible deposits of soluble contaminants on the surface. And for example, visible means something that we can detect with normal or correct vision without the use of additional test equipments, because there's a list of 4 special methods or techniques that we can use to make this kind of inspection. So the first thing is visual, with normal eyes or corrected eyes, okay, maybe 20/20 vision. And at the last of this standard, actually that is the second page. This SP1 lists these 4 additional verification methods as suggestions. For example, the first one is we can inspect using a wipe, okay, a rag or wipe test with a clean and dry rag. We're gonna wipe the interest area looking for some contaminant, okay. We also can use an UV lamp, okay, based on SSP TU11. As you probably know, some of the oils or grease deposits are fluorescent when we expose it to a UV wavelength, so we can use this kind of lamps. The third one is the water break test, okay, established in ASTM F21 for spray using maybe this kind of equipment, okay. So we can use this, or we can use F22 surface film water break test. And to make this kind of testings, the keyword is lens. We're gonna apply clean water onto the surface that we would like to inspect, and we're gonna watch this kind of big water drops over the surface or lens, and depending this lens creation, we may know if there is some grease or oil contamination. This is the water break test. And for example, we can use also the surface dust test. It is based on ISO 85203, number 3. The name is preparation of a steel surface before surface cleanliness, part 3, assessment of dust on steel surface prepared for painting. Wow. Have you ever noted how freaking long are the names of ISO standards? I mean, ISO really loves long names. That's hilarious. This is a tape, for example, and this test is made using a pressure sensitive tape onto the surface, and then compared with a tape type of chart. And depending the amount of stains or points or dust, we can compare with a previously established acceptance criteria and evaluate the level of cleanliness. About the surface preparation before and after solvent cleaning. Before solvent cleaning, there's recommendations to, for example, brush off with a stiff fiber or a wire brush in order to remove visible matter other than grease or oil. For example, by scraping, we can remove localized deposits of oil or grease. And there is also some solvent cleaning methods. We can use a solvent, and a rag or a brush to clean our material. And it's important to know that solvents must be approved for this purpose, because there exist some halogenated solvents that could affect or even promote some types of corrosion in some materials, as for example austenitic, or those with some alloys of nickel, chromium, titanium. Okay, actually this is a thing that SSP SP1 does not mention, but based on experience and actually based on some other documents that I've been used for non-destructive testing inspections, such as dye penetrant testing, or maybe for example leak testing and magnetic particle testing, I learned several years ago that this kind of effect really happens. The second method is recommend is the use of stabilized chlorinated hydrocarbon solvents to, for example, vapor degreasing system. And the third one is the use of immersion of the component in a tank with solvent. The fourth requires the use of emulsion or alkaline cleaners. But there is an important fact, that is, we need to use washing step after this kind of cleaning in order to remove residual contaminants. What else? The last point mentions that steam cleaning using detergents or cleaners, and then use water rinse or wash again. It is important, wash again. And that's it. I really hope this information helps you in a way or other to have a better knowledge of this maybe intrinsic cleaning requirement for almost any surface preparation process. Okay, if you like this video, I'll be happy if you comment or if you share with your crew. And that's it. See ya.